Hello, hello, hello. Good, beautiful, blessed. Good. Who's good? Great, beautiful, blessed morning. Hello, hello, hello. Please let me know you see me. We had some tech issues, so about 2 minutes behind schedule, maybe 3. A little smidgen of time. Let me know if you see me. I should be on Instagram. I should be on Facebook. I should be on YouTube. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Let me know that you see me. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we are. It is the 200th episode. Wait a minute. Everybody grab your pom-poms. 200 episodes! Yes. I'm so excited. Are you so excited? How did we get here? Magic, mystery, mayhem. I don't know. It's wonderful. I'm so excited about this. Genuinely, like how I just did my first episode the other day. I was just dropping my iPad under my bed live the other day. So this is fantastic and phenomenal. And thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that I get to host on this platform. Sidebar, if you don't know me, this could be a good time to get to know me. I am Tenille Stewart, and I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life, even after diagnosis. And that's what we do here weekly. But also, if you follow me on all of my socials, you'll get a dose of that at least once a day. And I'm here. If you need me, reach out. I'm up in them DMs, so go ahead and say something. Furthermore, are you registered for my masterclass yet? Before I say anything else, I want to make sure that we're making sure that everyone is registered, because I don't want those messages afterwards that are like, oh my goodness, I didn't get to register. I didn't know when it was. It's tomorrow, guys. It's tomorrow. You have 24 hours, a little over 24 hours to get in them registration streets, okay? I'll put the flyer up. It is tomorrow, Tuesday, the 28th, and it is From Illness to Brilliance, How to Rebuild Your Health, Energy, and Life, Vegan Edition. I'm excited to do this, and I hope you are excited to be there. We have some influential people in the room, and I'm so excited to talk to and about what we're talking to and about right now. Hello. Good. Okay. Thank you, Facebook. So guest today. All right. So you know how I'm on like tickety-tockety every day, and I do some scrolling. Besides, I do my affirmations 1 minute every day. I'm at day 1,228 was last night, I believe. And I've formulated a algorithm that shows me all of my fellow spoonies, and I am grateful. This particular spoonie captured my heart because I really liked her content. And I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a book girl, okay? I love to read. These glasses are not just for show. I am that geek. I am that girl. And I'm in 2 book clubs already, but she has another one that I'm like, dang, I might need to get into this one too and have 3 book clubs, which I don't know where the time is going to come from, but I might need to make it, okay? And I'm really excited for you guys to meet her. She's like a really wonderful energy young woman that, like, I don't know, something about her is just so endearing and sweet, and like you want to be her friend. You want to know her. And I wanted to be her friend, and I wanted to know her. So I hit her up and said, hey, let's podcast. And you know what? She's like, I do that. I have my own podcast. I'm like, holy moly, this is kismet. We need to show everyone that there are other podcasts for the Spoonies. So here we are talking about another wonderful host to a book club and a podcast that I need y'all to check out. So please help me welcome Ali to the show. Hi. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, so happy to chat with you again. And everyone.
Yes, and everyone. So everyone didn't get to meet you before like I did. So please let them know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
So I'm Ali. I live in San Francisco. I'm in the Bay Area, and I am a patient advocate. And basically, I spend all of my time figuring out how life can be better for patients. That's why I started my podcast. That's why I started the TikTok. Basically, I just needed my own community. Like when you deal with your own chronic illness, you need to, you need to process a lot more. And you have a lot less time because you have like your full-time job of your chronic illness and then actual life. So like having to, yeah, right. So having to connect with all these people, it was really difficult finding a good group for me. So when I started, that's kind of how it all started. But then now it's all evolved into, I've done some legislation when I lived in Arizona about predatory practices and step therapy. If anybody's had to deal with step therapy and medication, I'm sure a lot of us chronically ill people have, unfortunately. But it's something that we can fight against, right? It's something that we can do. So I was able to testify, use my experience. And that really like fueled me to be an advocate, essentially. I realized like, hey, my pain could have some sort of meaning or some sort of value to somebody else and like make their experience any bit smoother or make more sense. Yeah, that's just like the most valuable thing in the world to do to me. So that's what I do. That's who I am, what I do.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. Wow, you said some things in there that I need to bookmark because, first of all, finding your community is something I preach from the rooftops because people don't get that when you are sick in any capacity, it's so isolating. It is so isolating. Only you can be laying in that hospital bed. Only you can be, in your mind thinking about what you're thinking about and worrying about what you're worrying about. But when you have community around you, it is so beautiful. And it's such a gift to be able to create that for people. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Yes, I am also like a person who I love fun facts and I love to collect things and I have a crazy memory for just random things. So that's one of the reasons I got on TikTok. I have, so I'm 30 and I have a friend who's 21 and she was like, you should get on TikTok with all these random little factoids that you have, all these random little bits and all these random little stories and things like that are so interesting. So that's why I'm over on TikTok. That's where you found me, was because of the younger generation.
Yes. They don't, yeah. We're not going to talk about them. We're the olds and it's fine. We're great. We're amazing.
Right.
But and I love that you said that the chronic illness is your full-time job because that is what it is. Like people don't see or understand the octopus arms that we have in scheduling everything and showing up to everything and having family and having friends and just regular life. If you think if it's hard already, just add a couple of chronic illnesses to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Showing up is the big one. Honestly, that's something that has been coming up for me lately, showing up to the doctor's appointments. And even when you're in such a huge flare, I have fibromyalgia and I deal with severe chronic pain. And sometimes I get breakthrough pain that is like more than my medications can handle. And I have been so hesitant to go to the ER because I know what they're gonna say. It's always like, oh,
what do they say? Yes, tell them what they say.
Yeah, so what they say is what I say, you either get admitted or gaslit. Like that, I'm so sorry, but that's literally the only two experiences that I've had. And I'm so sorry for me, I guess. Those are the only two experiences that I've had.
Have they ever had you as a drug seeker? What can I say?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I had to tell the same hospital because they're like, you've been here 3 times saying that you're fainting from pain, but nothing's wrong with you. I mean, you're saying nothing's wrong with me after doing an ultrasound. Okay. And then you're like, she said she had abdominal pain and like nothing was happening. By the way, I was having ovarian torsion because I had cysts on my ovaries and I had massive endometriosis lesions and adhesions and I had stage 4 endometriosis. And they're just like, seems like a pain seeker. And I'm like, actually, the last time you diagnosed me, you gave me Vicodin. I never filled the script. Can you go look at that? Like, I never even filled that script. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for help.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and now with the fibromyalgia, I am seeking pain medication.
Right. It's infuriating. It's infuriating. Okay. So let's roll it back because we just jumped right in and people have no idea who you are yet. So my friend Ali, give us your story until now. So how did you get diagnosed? Tell us that road, please.
Yeah, so I think my first diagnosis was I was 19, or my first surgery for endometriosis was 19. Endo was my first diagnosis. I've been sick most all of my life, lots of broken bones and dislocations and hospital stays from just my immune system doesn't work and, all that kind of stuff. And so it's been a really weird, they're like a strange constellation of symptoms is what they've always said. And then at 18, I started fainting and they're like, that's weird. Stop drinking coffee and stop going on runs and stop working out by yourself and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But we don't know why. We think it's a caffeine allergy. Continue on your way, right? And then I start fainting from pain, which is totally different kind of faint. And that ended up being the first surgery was to remove the lesion on my ovary. The cyst on my ovary that was causing the torsion. And at that time, they went in, and for those of you who don't know, endometriosis is diagnosed with laparoscopic surgery. They can only diagnose it by going in and actually seeing if you have lesions. This doctor went in and did a laparoscopic surgery in order to remove the cyst, but saw so much scar tissue. He was like, were you in a massive accident that hasn't been reported in your medical record? What happened? Did not diagnose me with endometriosis. Didn't say anything.
What do you mean? Okay, he saw the mess, and then
top
was like,
OBGYN surgeon in the state of Oregon in 2017, by the way. So I don't know what his name was.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, moving on. Like, what do you mean?
Anyways, continuing. So then, so the second endometriosis surgery was, the second surgery, I call them both endo surgeries because that's what they were. The second endo surgery was 2 years later. I was barely able to walk. The adhesions had bound my organs to my left hip. So I was literally hunched over. Yeah, I had stage 4 endometriosis. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, massive amounts of scar tissue.
You're like 20. You're like 19. You're like.
I was 21 at the second, so 19 and then 21.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And the second surgeon was fantastic. He was amazing. I went into his office. I mean, for those of you who deal with endometriosis, a short little thing is probably 5 OBGYNs it took for them to take me seriously while I'm hobbled over. And they're like, it's just really bad PMS or period cramps or whatever. You have fibroids. You might have another cyst.
Were your gynecologists, were they men? Were they women? Like, what?
The surgeons were both men, and all of the OBGYNs that I met were women. And then they had actually an in-house surgeon, the last one, that I went to 3 times, and I'm like, I actually did therapies with them. I was like, anything to get you to believe me. And they're like, we're going to try this first. I'm like, whatever. So we did that, and then they're like, okay, so we think that you're just in a lot of pain for no reason. Could be unrelated to your period. You should go see a GI. And I was like, I've been to the GI for the last 2 years for what was mast cell, by the way. And so they was throwing up every day. Couldn't figure it out.
Run me through these diagnoses as well, because
endometriosis, and then we got mast cell, and then we have what they thought was rheumatoid arthritis. I tried several therapies. That's what all the step therapy was about. All the different medications that I trialed and failed on hard. Really epically hard, like medical textbook hard. We're friends like that. Textbooks together. And then I don't have rheumatoid arthritis. It's fibromyalgia. But a lot of people in the community that I've spoke to are like, fibromyalgia is also kind of like a mask diagnosis for hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And I was just diagnosed hypermobile, and I have degenerative disc disease and craniocervical instability, which is all related to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So anyway, yeah, it's a lot. Those are all
and everything and all the things and all everything. And anyways, like it's so chronic and miscoded to be rattling off symptoms, diagnoses, all the things. And you're like, well, anyways, and then the sky was blue. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on some internalized ableism in a way, because I realize that, number one, I don't let myself go to the doctor when I really need to. And not only is that like my like fear of the doctor and being gaslit, but also like a little bit of like, tough it out, baby. You know, you got this, girly. You know, come on, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, baby girl. You know, it's just ridiculous.
One of my master classes was called how to pick yourself up by the bootstraps when you're wearing hospital socks, because the way that people say these things, they're just like, oh, you know, like tough it out and like whatever, and then like you said, you gaslight yourself and you're like, it's fine. The last 2 times I've had to really go to the hospital is because I've been instructed and threatened. Like my mother, I was laying in the bed and I was sick, but then I started getting chest pains, and that's when she drew her line. She said, chest pains? Oh no.
She said,
absolutely not. She was like, if you don't get up and let me take you to the hospital right now, I'm calling you and you're gonna pay. And I was like, oh, pay for it? I'll put some clothes on.
She said, not in America, baby girl. Give me a ride.
Only one. I have no backup children. I'm it. So like, literally, she just threatened me, and I was like, fine, I'll go to the hospital. Like, I was not gonna go. I was like, I'll lay here. If I don't die until tomorrow, that's great, right? Another day is fine. But like, it's literally a traumatic experience to go to the doctors over and over and over and over, and them to be like, I don't know, you're fine, or like, or the exact opposite was like, they're throwing every medication at you. You're just pumped up full of every drug. Like,
I was like, gaslight or admit. It's either they gaslight you or they admit you, and you're there. It's either like a brink of death situation, or it's like, rub some dirt on it. You know, literally.
Right. Like, there's no in between. I've never really thought about that.
Yeah. The amount of times are like, did you try Tylenol?
Right. Did you? How much water have you drank today? Did you drink water?
Oh my gosh. No, honestly, for me though, as a POTSI girl, because I have so the hypermobile causes dysautonomia, so they're not saying that it's POTS.
These are big words. You gotta explain.
Okay, so your autonomic nervous system, right, tells your body when to vasodilate, so when to dilate your veins and when to like let the blood flow to your head, to your feet, whatever. When you're standing up, the gravity doesn't like draw all the blood to your legs. So when I stand up or change position, at times my body doesn't vasodilate correctly, and so all the blood will just pool in my feet, and I'll just
pass out.
Little faint situation. I knew fainting out for years.
That's funny. Yes.
I just want to every time.
Just straight tree. Boop. Like in the chronic illness community, it's true. I'm so I've only fainted once, but it was into a glass table, so that was not great. It wasn't.
I have never fainted into anything. I have been so lucky. I've had strangers catch me at the BART, which in San Francisco is the subway, like on the train, on the train, like waiting for the train, fainting, which is not where you want to faint, on the platform of a train station. That was the scariest one probably, because that was public and strangers. But other times, like, you know, I'm at the gym and like I literally am like, oh no, I don't feel good, and I like literally someone caught my head before it hit the cement, like just like dove for me and caught my head like this, some angel.
Wow.
Like,
we have people with mast cell in the comments. Let's see. It is crazy to advocate for yourself, have a doctor snapshot ridiculous comments, dismissive, etc. The trust factor goes down. Way to preserve, Ali. MCAS here, new self-diagnosed POTS and confirmed. Thankfully, episodic versus daily. Wow, amen.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about POTS is it can change. It can, I've had months at a time where it was daily, which is extremely challenging. And that's where, you know, times where you're like, you're allowed to have a wheelchair. By the way, I want a PSA out there. Most people who use wheelchairs, I'm not going to do a percentage because I'm not going to off the top of my head, but I know it's over 60% of people who use wheelchairs are ambulatory wheelchair users. Most people who use wheelchairs can walk around.
Yep.
You just need to be able to sit down. So if that's you and you're like feeling like, I don't know if I deserve a wheelchair, that's the internalized ableism that I've been putting on myself.
No, but I did it too. I did it too. It's not deserved. It's that like I felt like I would be treated so differently and I would be trapped. I felt like they'd be like, see me coming, and they're like, oh God, like now I gotta fix it for her so she can whatever. Like it hurt me so bad to be in that wheelchair for as long as I was, and I still own a wheelchair. I just don't use it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And like I never got my disability placard for my car because I was embarrassed. Like I cried when they told me to get one. I was like, no, I don't want it.
And I lived in Arizona. I was so embarrassed to get it. I did eventually have to because I moved to the desert where it was 120 degrees in the summer. And if I had tried to walk across a hot parking lot, and that for those who don't know, mast cell is also activated. Mast cell MCAS is activated by heat. So we tried to avoid it. Yeah, and mast cell is one of my number one triggers for, or heat is one of my number one triggers for mast cell, unfortunately. And that and the sun. I've literally ended up in the ICU from sunburns before.
Yeah. And like the medication they put you on also makes everyone sun sensitive. Like people don't realize that medication has a lot to do with how sensitive to the sun.
Oh my God! Like amoxicillin is like such a regular antibiotic, and it blistering sunburns if you are out in the sun. Like people don't realize. Yeah, read your prescription bottles, folks.
Okay, so we talked about all this. I would love to keep talking about this, but you know, people have things to do. It's their lunch break. Yes. Okay, but so. Please talk to us about the podcast or the book club. One of these, both of these. I need people to understand what's going on and join us here. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So for the podcast, it's really I'm explaining my experience, whatever kind of expertise that I can share with you. And then it's also kind of like an open journal for me. So you kind of hear about my experience, what I'm dealing with. I'm actively in therapy, and I am in a chronic pain clinic, which the clinic deals with like group therapy as well. So I'm learning a lot about myself. And like I said, dealing with this internalized ableism. So you can hear a lot about my mental journey as well as my physical journey in the podcast. I also have guests on. I'm in the next month going to have on a couple of clinic nurses. One of them is a former ER nurse who is also a chronic pain patient. And I also have a chronic pain patient who is a clinic nurse. So very excited to have them on. And they're just going to explain a lot about what chronic pain does to your body, those kinds of things, and resources. We've got a couple of cool petitions and stuff to vouch for on change.org, which I'll have to share with you as well, so you can share with everyone.
Yes. Yes. Okay, we're going to share that. I'm also sharing, if you got my email this morning, y'all, I shared a GoFundMe. Please look at that GoFundMe.
Yes, I saw that.
I don't share GoFundMe often. I think this might be the first time I've done it like at a mass level, but like it's really hard when you don't have the money to recover. And after a major flare up of any kind, a lot of the time you need time and space to just recover, and bills are still coming, and you now have a million new expenses. So like this is one of my clients that we're advocating for right now, and she didn't make it herself. Like my client made it for her because she needs it. So please hit that GoFundMe if you can. I'm gonna put the link to your, was it a Kickstarter? What is it?
That was for the podcast. Link for the podcast or for the change.org?
Change.org, that's what it is. For change.org. The petition. Yes, I'm going to put both of those everywhere I can. Okay, so look for those links all over the place. Okay, so podcast, change.org. Go.
Yes, podcast, change.org. And I also have the book club that you mentioned a little bit in the intro. We are currently reading Fourth Ring, which is so exciting. So I mentioned that one of my diagnoses is hypermobility, and we're thinking Ehlers-Danlos. That's what Rebecca Yarros, the author of Fourth Wing, if anyone's read it or not, was thinking when she kind of created her FNC, the female main character of this book, who is basically trying to make it through Dragon College. So she's trying to make it through Dragon College with all these hot guys and big dragons, while she has chronic illness, and I absolutely love and relate to this character. So we just did our first little chat on the first couple chapters, but you guys can absolutely catch up. So we're meeting on Fable, which is a free app. It's free to interact, it's free to download, all that good stuff. The book club is 100% free. So yeah, absolutely, you guys got to come in and join that. That's going to be really fun. We just had our first little discussion last night.
Woo! Oh, we just missed it. So guys, be there for the next one. And representation is so important. Like I talk about it in every other aspect of my life. Like I need to see, I didn't know how much I needed this until I was a full-grown adult person. Now that I'm 40, I understand that there were so many years of my life that I wasn't doing things or like didn't expect things of myself because I had no representation to like reference. Like, oh, they do that, I can do that. And it just doesn't occur to you, you know? Like as you get older, if you don't practice being creative or dreaming, you lose that. And, you know, as a chronically ill person, representation everywhere is so important. And talking about people being ableist or even internalized ableism is something that people never really think about. Even sick people, even people with multiple diagnoses don't realize they're being mean to themselves. They're not affirming themselves. They're like, oh, I don't need that and whatever, because they think people are going to judge them. But who cares? Who cares?
What's more important than your experience?
Right.
Then this is your life.
Yes.
You gotta live here.
Yeah.
You know, that's
all that you can do for yourself. And even if it looks different, if it feels different, if it's cringy, whatever it is, do it anyways. Do it anyways. Together we are stronger. That's right, Warrior Mom in the comments. Together we are stronger. Just know that you are not alone. You have a book club that there's representation in all of the books. We have multiple podcasts that we're talking about, you know, being amazing while still carrying a diagnosis with you. We have just talking to each other. Like, make sure you're following all of both of our social medias. Make sure you are integrating people who look like you, sound like you, go through things that you're going through into your everyday life. Stop scrolling Facebook and scrolling Instagram and daydreaming about being
a different person.
Yeah, being this 5'11", 100-pound model when you are who you are and you have strengths that you don't even realize. You have weaknesses that you could use to your advantage. You have tools and community, and you are just not doing this by yourself. You have so much at your fingertips. Use every single bit of the tools out there, every single bit of the community out there, everything to your advantage, because you're making it harder for yourself when you don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we are, we could bookmark it here. I'm sure we have many other things we could be talking about, but I do want to say, if you were leaving this podcast with one nugget, they didn't hear anything else, there's one thing, and you want them to remember it as they go through their day, or like for the forever and ever, amen. What is one nugget you would leave the audience?
I think in the chronic illness community, I've noticed that people are insanely empathetic. And I think that's because we have to be critical thinkers. We have to be empathetic because we understand our own experience is so much different than the norm. And so we become broader in mind. I find that the sweetest people in this community are horrifically mean to themselves. They have no hate in their heart except for what they direct inward towards their body. And I want you all to remember that your body is getting you through today. It got you through yesterday, and it's going to get you through. And it may be struggling with whatever disability, but it is able to get you through. And just to love your body for that, and love yourself for that, and let go of any of that hate, because you don't have any.
Yes, sir. Wow, that is so. It's simple and profound at the same time. Like, that's why I do the affirmations every night. That's why I do them, because it doesn't even, the conversations you're having with yourself in your brain over and over all day long are the most important conversations. Like,
yeah, it informs where you operate from, like in your everyday life. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and people can tell. People can, when you are genuinely feeling like everything's terrible with you, but then you're like overly nice to everyone else.
Yeah,
they still feel that you aren't being genuine with yourself. Like it's an aura, it's a vibe, it's all of that. That if you're walking around just heavy, talking crap to yourself all day, I hate my body, I hate my life, bibbidi bobbidi boobity, it comes through in everything you do, even if you don't realize it. Baby, please be kind to yourself. Yes,
you deserve it. Yeah,
100%. Okay, I love that. That was a great place to end. I love it. I love it. We didn't even talk about advocacy, which like I dabbled in for the past couple of years, and I did want to talk about that, but I do understand. Value everyone's time, and thank you so much for everyone who commented. We have people in here from Washington, D.C. We have people in here from Oklahoma. We have people in here from Florida.
It's so nice to meet everyone.
New York. We have people in here from Michigan. We have people in here from Denver. We have people in here from Mexico City.
They're all over. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So
Tenille, I'll have you on my podcast, and then we can talk about all the advocacy stuff.
Ooh, yeah, let's do it. I just got into that very recently, like 2 years of advocacy, probably. So Anthony says, "Amen. Thank you, ladies. Continue to use your platform to encourage, spread the good news, and help others to heal." Amen. Thank you so much, Tommy. You are the best. So when you decide to join us in Crusade, get on this book club. I'll put the link everywhere. Get on her podcast. I'll put the link everywhere. And furthermore, if you are not yet registered for this masterclass, what are you doing with your life? We are stronger together. We have valuable insight that we 100% want to share with you. And if fire would come up, that'd be awesome too.
I see it.
Do you? I clicked it 47 times. So it might pop up and go away, pop up and go away. I don't know. Because I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Is it? Yes, please. Go ahead and join this masterclass. It will be Tuesday, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. And we will be talking about how to go from illness to brilliance. It's going to be how to rebuild your health, energy, and life, the vegan edition, because I am a vegan girly. And do not be afraid of that vegan part. Just come and see what it's about. We got tools and takeaways. I'm going to send you home with practical steps to start some things, okay? So get there. I'm super excited for it, and I want you all to be super excited too. Thank you so much, Ali, for being there. You're registered, right?
Yes. I'm registered, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes, and thank you so much for having me. I love talking with you.
Thank you so much for being here. Yes, everyone loves you. You got a lot of good comments. Okay, you're
great.
I have a gorgeous day. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Stay happily healed. Okay, love you to pieces. See you tomorrow. See you in the masterclass. Bye, guys.
Yes.